Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Crystal. Today's video is part of the Unique Antique Challenge. The Unique Antique Challenge is an open collaboration for YouTube content creators. This challenge is hosted by myself, and this round is co-hosted by Leen from New Renaissance. And Lean was our challenge winner for the last round. Lean, being the winner, was able to choose our theme or prop for this challenge. Lean chose bare wood. For the bare wood challenge, we are to take a vintage or antique piece of furniture and have some sort of bare wood aspect to it. It can be stained or whitewashed, or oiled, or just left natural. So I found this antique tall boy dresser on the side of the road. I gladly picked it up, even though it needed a lot of work, especially in the drawers. Someone had glued down contact paper, like glued it down. It was so much work to get this paper out of the drawers. It took me hours and hours to scrape off all of the glued down contact paper.
See what happens. Hopefully this does the trick in getting all this stuck on paper off. All right, let's spray it on, let it sit, and hope for the best.
I had just ordered a tool called a carbide scraper, and I was so excited to try it on this piece. The finish was very old, so it scraped off super easy with this carbide scraper. There was these weird, like, wooden appliques. Actually, I don't even think they were wood. I think they were like resin or something like that. I just used a scraper and just very gently um, pried off the little applique. And it's just nailed on there with some little teeny tiny nails. Came off really easy. After I scraped off as much of the old finish as I could with my carbide scraper, I went through with my orbital sander and some 80 grit sandpaper and I smoothed everything out. My orbital sander is round though, so I could not get into those little corners with my sander. So I had to go in and I had to hand sand all of those little areas. And it was a crazy amount of sanding. I sanded and I sanded and I sanded. All right, so I might get some flack for this, but I ended up using the oven cleaner hack, which I know is like super controversial amongst furniture refinishers, but it was like a nightmare trying to sand into those little cracks. So I took my oven cleaner and I sprayed the corners where the uh, finish was still at because I was having so much trouble getting to it with my sandpaper. So I ended up spraying it with the oven cleaner and I let it sit and I used my scraper and I scraped everything off. And then I went back and I cleaned it all with some soap and water. I needed to fill one of the holes because although I'm reusing these handles that came with the piece when I found it, they're not original to the piece. As you could see in the beginning, I was removing that little plastic tortoise shell Art Deco piece off of the drawer pulls. Those are definitely not original. They're more of an Art Deco style. So, whoever put those drawer pulls on previously, they drilled the second hole and they had never filled the original hole. So, I'm just going through and I am using some wood bondo to fill those holes and repair them. I love wood bondo. It's super easy to use. It dries extremely fast. So once you fill your holes, you just go in and you sand it, and it's so easy. After I sanded with my 80 grit sandpaper, I wanted a smoother surface. So I went over everything with a 120 grit and smoothed it all down. I was hoping to keep more of a natural look to the dresser, but I ended up using a aged wood accelerator on it, which did darken it a lot more than I wanted, but it's really much more closer to the original finish than I wanted. I wanted something more natural, but once I put it on, I really liked it, so I just decided to go with it. And I'm just using some paper towel to apply the age accelerator. This product that I'm using is called Howard's Feed and Wax, and I love it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I used it on everything. The drawers, the inside, the outside of the drawers, and the whole inside of the dresser. It was very dirty on the inside. So once I cleaned it, I added the Howards and it smells amazing. It smells like oranges. Oh, I just want to eat it. It's so good. I love this stuff. So I wipe it on and this wood was so dry. It just sucked it right up. There wasn't even anything to wipe off. And for my sealer, I am using hemp oil. I'm just using an old sack and loading it up with my hemp oil and I'm buffing it in. With hemp oil, you need to wait about 30 minutes after you put on your first coat and then wipe off any excess. And you can apply a second or a third coat after 2 to 3 hours in between each other, and just every 30 minutes wipe off the excess. I like hemp oil because it seals in the pores, it seals in the wood grain versus on top of the surface, and it cures in about 30 days. I cleaned up the hardware and I spray painted everything in an antique gold color. And then I put them on. And that's it, you guys. It was a tedious project, but I love how I was able to completely restore this beautiful antique dresser that I found on the side of the road. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like my furniture bare wood restoration on this antique dresser. Please remember to check out the playlist because there are very many amazing, talented YouTube content creators and furniture flippers joining this challenge. Please check them out, give them some love, like, subscribe, comment, all the things, and I appreciate you all. Thanks again. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.